You know how in some movies, no matter the timeline that the main character travels to or whatever parallel universe he visits, there's always this constant that they can never change no matter what they try or no matter how frustrating it becomes. The time loop or the temporal loop. I've made a decision going forward with crypto because no matter how I look at it, no matter what direction I take, there's always one constant that I've noticed: Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up, the entire market goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, the entire market follows it. Why is this the case? We should really ask ourselves this: are altcoins actually slowing down Bitcoin and what it can do for crypto? Is it possible that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that we need? I've honestly given it a lot of thought, and when I think about the way the crypto space is and how Bitcoin is able to move the markets up or down, it all boils down to one thing: envy. A lot of people are envious of Bitcoin and the monetary gains it was able to make its earliest investors, so they want to recreate such success. They too want to see the massive returns that Bitcoin gave the earliest investors, and so they've created a shitstorm of shitcoins. There are over 22,000 crypto projects in the space right now, and honestly, just a handful of them are useful in the world right now. The rest of them are either scams or unsustainable shitcoins. What Bitcoin does and what it has been able to achieve, no other crypto project would be able to do that, or at least not at the same scale. It's the ultimate digital store of value. Some would even argue that it's beyond digital. And that's why, going forward with this channel, I'll be far more strict with the kind of projects that I cover, comparing it with the standards that have been set by Bitcoin and a few more criteria that I've personally put on them. In addition to this, I'll be covering the latest technological developments, news and updates within the crypto space. Now, some of these criteria that I've set on the projects I'll be covering in this channel include projects that have proper decentralization. This can only be achieved through fair launches. Fair launches are entirely community driven, where everyone has an equal opportunity to participate in the project's launch at the same time. I would not trust any projects with private funding anymore. All projects on this channel going forward should have equal participating opportunity to the entire public when launched. This would also benefit that project in the long run because the regulators are coming, and that brings me to my second point: commodities and not securities. If a project is fair launch, it cannot be considered a security. A security represents an ownership interest in an asset, which is usually issued like shares of a company. Securities are usually subject to a lot of regulations, such as the Security Exchange Commissions in the USA. A lot of crypto projects within the space right now didn't have fair launches, to be honest, and so in the long run they might face issues with regulators. It's best to avoid projects which honestly have such centralized positions in the crypto space. Another criteria I'll be setting are projects which can generate demand. Many projects right now like to lure in new investors with high APYs, but if you think about it, the high APYs are usually sustained by taking the money from the newer investors and giving it to the older investors as interest. This is not sustainable in the long run. Also, when you think about the metaverse and gaming projects, people don't play games to make money, they play games for fun. So if a crypto project isn't fun, it won't be able to retain its players or have active users. That's why many gaming projects are dead today. We would be looking at projects that add value to people's lives, not just for the price action, and this usually makes investing easy, especially for someone like me in Africa who doesn't have access to US stocks or stocks in the UK and other countries overseas. Projects that have real-world use cases such as VeChain, IOTA, Quant, Monero. The next set of projects I'll be covering on this channel, I've mentioned it before, are the smart contract projects. These would be mainly layer 1 blockchain solutions. I'll be covering some layer 2s too, but my main targets will be the layer 1 projects. Why? Because smart contract projects can actually generate demands. When you think about it, things like a decentralized stablecoin, decentralized social medias, decentralized file sharing or storage, even decentralized voting systems can be achieved through smart contracts blockchain. There are still going to be new demands and narratives coming up in the future, and smart contracts have the flexibility to meet this demand. That's why I'll be following them very closely on this channel. So, this is my promise to you going forward on this channel. Bitcoin has set a standard for the entire crypto market to follow, and I'll be doing just that, following the good stuff, news, updates, technological developments. No shitcoins, no shilling, at least not anymore. Subscribe if that's the kind of crypto content you'd like to see, And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Stay safe and take care.